The tide may not yet be turning, but the ripples of hope are lapping against the shore. Hello everyone, and I hope that you're enjoying this beautiful weather that we've got today. My hair's looking ever more wild. I'm starting to look a bit like Boris Johnson here, aren't I? I'll have to go and get my hair cut. Oh, hold on a minute. Sorry, I forgot I can't get my hair cut, can I? God forbid. Anyway, not here to talk about my mad hair, as mad as it is. I want to talk about... Here's a load of mud. I want to talk about why I feel there is a slight shift in momentum, and talk about something very, what I see is very important that could end up being critical in turning the tide, which hasn't yet happened, and we've still got a lot of work to do. So what am I talking about? Well, there's a general feeling I get at the moment, and I've noticed a few other people, quite a lot of other people saying as well, that they are noticing a shift in energy amongst the public, a weariness that is maybe starting to translate into something a little bit more positive. There's lots of people where I am, as I've remarked before, going out for walk, connecting with each other, chatting, exploring nature, and it's great to see. And I've done other videos on this type of thing. But I just wanted to talk about something specific today, and then also pose some questions that I would really encourage those of you who are awake to everything that's been going on to share this video with those who are still on the fence, in inverted commas. Those who know there's something amiss, or think there's something amiss. And they are, I believe, the majority in this country. And they are the majority that we need to work on. Write off the brain dead zombies. Brainwashed zombies, sorry, I should say not brain dead. Brainwashed zombies. Write them off. You're never going to change their minds. They are under a spell. But I'm sorry about this, I'm just teetering along the edge of the canal again here. A little bit of danger in my life. Okay, just give me a minute. Still quite a lot of mud about. Those that are under are hypnotised by propaganda are in the vast minority. I don't know, maybe 5 to 10%. Everybody else has the potential to be woken up. And a large percentage of them are doing things that they know, or doing unconscionable things that they engage in behaviours that they don't like, that isn't them. And we need to keep working on them. So, what is it I'm talking about? Well, there's an article that I'm going to link below in the description. Have a look at it if you haven't already seen it. It's from the Daily Mail, and it's scratching, it is only scratching the surface, but it's scratching the surface of the mistruths and the deception that's been playing out. And why is this critical? Like I say, read the article. I'm not going to talk about it, just read it. Let me know what you think. But why is this critical? Well, the Daily Mail, love it or hate it, is, I would suggest, probably the paper in this country that is most representative of the public. It's probably the paper that most reflects public opinion and instructs public opinion, and is popular, is influential. And this article is has also been shared widely online as well. And this is very, very important. You think of the millions of people that there are who, in this country, who are struggle to form their own opinion on something because they need the media to do it for them, whether that's the BBC or their paper of choice. And B, the millions of people in this country now who have finally cottoned on that something isn't quite right. And imagine them opening their paper yesterday morning and reading this 4-page spread revealing some uncomfortable truths about what's really happening, and then tally that with their building skepticism and then think, is that a good thing? Yes. It is. It's a really, really good thing. It's unfortunate that so many people needed the media to tell them what's going on because they can't be asked doing their own research, or this is the critical point now that I want to talk about, because they trust their chosen media. And I want to talk about this, and this is why I want you to share this video, because I want everyone to ask themselves, who do they trust and why? Who do they trust and why? Since when did it become a thing that any government in any era, in any country, ceased to deceive? Since when did it become a thing that a government told only pure truth? When was that ever a thing? Since when did it ever become a thing that we only listen to one narrative, and that narrative is reflective of the truth? People who pay attention to the BBC, why? Ask yourself why. I'm not saying don't pay attention to the BBC, I'm not saying that. What I'm asking people to do is ask why. Maybe a source that they once trusted, if they open their minds, they would realise potentially, I'm not saying definitely, potentially, that it no longer reflects them. And possibly they've moved in a direction away from concepts such as truth and integrity, and towards something darker. There'll be people who watch this video and say, oh, it's the Daily Mail. Okay, that angle on things that a lot of people in society have, I won't read this. This is just all that. Right, okay, why? If you refuse to engage with a person or a source of information, a newspaper, a media channel, completely refuse to engage because it makes you feel uncomfortable, because you think that only resources and media that support your own beliefs bring truth. Well, I'd suggest you need to ask yourself why that is, because that then means that there are people and publications and media that bring pure truth, and there are those that bring pure falsehoods. Whereas it's not like that. The truth, if it exists, is complex. There are little bits of truth all around. You have to pull them from different sources. You have to listen to different voices. You have to read different papers. You have to do your own research on the internet. You have to be open to challenge your own beliefs. And it is absolutely critical to the future of our civilization that people do this right now, particularly with regard to a topic that I'm not even allowed to mention on here because I'll get this video deleted, but you all know what it is. Everyone has a big decision to make. People in the 30s and 40s in the next few weeks, a decision to make on something very big. Well, educate yourselves first is what I would suggest on both sides of the argument, which is not there represented in the media. So that's this concept relating to trust. Why do people have blind trust? Why do you have blind faith? What the government is saying, the BBC is saying, what any newspaper is saying, what I'm saying. You don't need to listen to me. But this brings me on to my next point, is there are those of us who have sought, and there are many of us who have sought, to read between the lines, to search for alternative angles, to listen to different stories, to expose some deceptions, absolutely mind-blowing deceptions. And there are those of us who haven't, who have blindly followed exactly what the media has told them to do and to think. Now, sorry, just give me one sec. Maybe 1 minute. Hello, are you okay?
Morning.
How you doing?
Very well, you?
Yeah, good, thanks. So, this is what I wanted to say, is the really, really important point that I want to make in this video. For me, to just accept something that you're told just because it's easier is not a good reflection on who you are at a time of great threat. There are people, I've tried to come at things and try to bring an angle to people with regard to society and how society and how it's operating is changing for the worse. I've been watching people's behaviour. I've tended to come at things from that angle. There are others who've done some really, really detailed statistical analysis to bring truth to the discussion and to bring perspective, a different perspective to the discussion. There are those who have done some really detailed scientific research. There are those who, eminently qualified people in their thousands, who have done the same, have tried to bring an alternative angle and have been silenced. There are those who have tried to tell personal stories of what's happened in this past year and how it's affected them on a personal level, the tragedy in their lives that has unfolded. Have those people largely been respected? Those independent thinkers, those people who have tried to expose lies, have tried to bring forward a vision of hope, truth, integrity, optimism, who've tried to take on the evil that is attempting to envelop this world. Have those people largely been respected and listened to? I'll let you answer that question, but let me finish on this. Why would you trust an organisation or an individual with an agenda? Maybe somebody who's in a role where it's easier to parrot what the state's telling them to do. Somebody on a massive salary working for a journalistic enterprise that we don't need to mention who they are. And the hundreds and thousands, possibly millions of people who are in roles, part of the government apparatus, where it's just easier for them to pretend that they're going along for the greater good, in inverted commas. Why would you trust those individuals over the ones who have risked everything, who have risked their own sanity, who have left their jobs in the name of exposing what's really going on? Why would you not trust those people? And instead, you would trust those who have possibly an agenda? Why? Why would you not pay attention and listen to those individuals who have made the sacrifice, taken the risk? I want you to really think deeply about this and really answer that question of why. Because if more people do that, we are at a critical juncture. Right now is the time. Right now is the time. As I detect a slight change, positive change, this could be a tipping point for more and more and more people to join us on the bright side, on the light side, on the journey away from the darkness towards the light, away from fear towards hope. This is the moment right now, but it requires millions of people in this country and around the world to be honest with themselves, to be honest with themselves. So there we go. Please let me know what you think of this video. Like I say, please share it. with anybody that you know, and we all know them because they are forming the majority of people who are going along, playing along with things, wishing it'd all go away without realising, or maybe they do realise and they're not brave enough, that it's on them. It is on them. People, all we need to do, particularly those of us in our 20s, 30s and 40s, I'm in my early 20s myself, hold the line for a few weeks, hold the line, stand firm as well. You know what I'm talking about when I'm referring to this, stand firm. Don't be bullied, don't be coerced, hold the line. The next generation is relying on us. Okay, embrace risk, be brave, speak truth, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.